Hey there. This is Dr. Pam Perry, and you are in for a treat today. We have someone that is going to talk about how to get out there, get known. And she comes really from the entertainment industry. She's a singer, but she also has her own media, I guess you would say, empire or her network. So we'll be talking with Dr. Nikki Clarke right after this, and she'll come up and give us all the secrets of how to get out there and get known.
You've been listening to the Get Out There and Get Known. Welcome to the Get Out There and Get Known podcast. Join Pam Perry, veteran PR strategist, Emmy award-winning producer and publisher of Speakers Magazine, who will show you how to crack the code in getting out there to get known. Each week, she either interviews her media friends, PR colleagues, or she just goes solo, offering you strategies on publicity, publishing, and platform building. So listen up to hear how to get booked on media places and on superstar stages. Now, here's your host, Pam Perry.
Hey there, Dr. Nikki. So I hit the wrong button coming in right away. I said, welcome. And then it says, oh, no, not welcome. It said, thank you. No, but thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is Dr. Pam Perry, and I have Dr. Nikki Clarke all the way from, where are you hailing from? I know it's in Canada.
Toronto, Canada.
Toronto. Yes. So I am so excited to really talk with you because she has a big platform that she does in Toronto and does a lot of media training. But I want you to tell us a little bit about how you started and all the things, and then even too about the singing career and how that blends in with what you're doing now.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Pam, for this incredible opportunity. I am honored to be here, and I'm always happy to share, the story behind the story. And mine is one where I took a leap of faith and dove headfirst into an opportunity to have a show. Back in 2008, I was teaching at a local college. So I have an education background, and I was teaching in the faculty of early childhood education. But I always had this kind of passion to, be this world-class reporter, to go into in-depth analysis of situations and talk to people about things that are beyond the surface, talking about what makes them tick, what makes their heart pound, what are their transforming stories. Mm-hmm. And as much as I wanted to kind of push humanity forward by sharing these stories, I also wanted to hear them so that it could maybe help me in some way, maybe on a personal or professional level. So, okay, this is the dream that I had, buried inside me, Dr. Pam, and I'm happily teaching 9 to 5 on Monday to Friday, but there's still this passion burning in me. So it was the summer of 2008. I went to an online TV station called thatchannel.com. I have to give a proper shout out to them because that's my origin story. They invited me to come on to talk about what I was doing in the community. And after the show, the owner of the station gave me a call, and they said, you know what, you'd be really good to have a talk show. I think you've got the right personality. What do you think? And I said, well, I'm stunned, but maybe this could work. So I said, just give me a couple of days to think about it. So I thought about it, came back, and I said, you know what, I have an idea for a show, and it would be a show to profile musical artists in the city, because I'm also an artist. And right. I would love for this kind of platform to exist where artists could come in, talk about their origin stories, their struggles, their triumphs, and also perform live. Now, Dr. Pam, 2008 was when kind of the internet was still in its infancy stages, right? So I thought this is a brilliant way to get the message across internationally. And that's how I started with the show. 2008 as the year that I started the show, that it was initially called And the Beat Goes On. And this was just for, musical artists. So, okay, here I have an opportunity now. I've got a slot on Saturdays at 8 p.m. but I can't show up as Professor Nikki Clarke. I've got to take on a persona. I have to tap into my creative, talents. So what do? Dr. Pam, I become Nick's on the Mix Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Keep it locked.
I love it. Nick's on the Mix.
Nick's on the Mix. So here now I can throw in my passion to play old school R&B, hip hop, reggae, house, and also bring in these artists who are unknown, heroes and sheroes in the community. So, okay, here we go. We got this platform. Now I need guests. Now, how do I get guests?
Right.
Now, this is before Instagram and all these fantastic, email marketing whiz campaigns evolved. Right. I went on Facebook and I put out a post on my feed and I said, okay, this is Nick's on the Mix, looking for guests. Hit me up. And I got a message from a young man. His name was Abel, 19 years old. And I had met him earlier that summer at an open mic in Toronto at a place called the Nile. And he was really outstanding. So he messaged me. He said, Miss Nikki, very polite. Miss Nikki, I'd love to come on your show. And I said, okay, I'm more than happy to have you on the show, but you cannot embarrass me. You're going to be performing live, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he said, okay.
That was not a thing in 2008. That whole part. No live stream.
No live stream. So he comes on and he shares his story, which everybody was, really compelled with. And then he freestyled, no music, a cappella, everybody's jaw on the ground. And then would you know it, Dr. Pam, 10 years later, he's The Weeknd, internationally known, The Weeknd, singer-songwriter.
Wow.
So something happened from that point. I decided that there's a whole other world out there. This is more than a hobby. This is more than a whim. This is more than just hanging out on Saturdays. This could actually really be impactful in a way that it's moving the trajectory of people's careers in a very, very positive direction. So I made a painful decision to leave teaching because I couldn't do two things well. I could either be a teacher and mark papers on the weekend, or I could devote some time to really taking this media company. Pardon me?
What were you teaching, Dr. Nikki? What was it?
I was teaching early childhood education. I was actually preparing student teachers to be kindergarten teachers or to work in daycares or to set up their own daycares. Very different from the media world. So I came to class. I told my students, I handed in my resignation, and this is where it all started. I took a leap of faith.
Wow.
And started the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love
what
it.
What was happening too? Yeah, absolutely. I had record labels like Motown, the new generation of Motown reaching out to me. I had Death Row Records, Tupac's former label, reaching out to me, and they heard about this underground kind of internet show, Nick's on the Mix. Can we have our artists on your show? And I'm thinking, yeah, sure. No problem. The same people I was seeking out and I was fans of, they were coming to me. So that's when it started.
Wow. So at this point, I see that it's like a whole network now. So kind of tell us, how many guests have you interviewed, I guess you'd say, over the year, and what is the format of the show now?
Yes, the show is celebrating 17 years online, as well as being on a TV network called Afro Global Television, which is viewed across Canada on 6 cable channels. It's also distributed in Ethiopia, Nigeria, and in Jamaica, where I was born.
Oh, good. Oh my God. That's amazing. So how do people, is the format still the same? Is it still bringing on entertainers? What are some of your guests now that you bring to the show? Is it
Absolutely.
The show, and you have other shows under the network as well?
That's correct. So it initially started off as And the Beat Goes On, which was music specific. But 2 years later, the name changed to the Nikki Clarke Show. someone said to use my name in the show and also to dig a little deeper, as I initially wanted to do, was to have a focus of heart stories and
Mm.
to talk about things that are not maybe traditional to a lot of TV shows. And that's what I did. So it became the Nikki Clarke Show, and the scope of it is inviting people from all walks of life to share their heart stories. So I've had people talk about um, domestic violence. I've had people talk about homelessness. I've
Mm.
had movers and shakers in the community, and whoever dare to, uh, you know, remove their mask and speak from an authentic place, they were welcome, as long as the message was positive and there
Yeah.
were some teachable moments
Yeah.
in that interview that we could extract. And there we go, talk, address our personal or professional needs, because the show also provided some resources where people could get help. So I took this chance. I left teaching. I left a safe corporate position, so to speak, and no regrets. I see that it has met a community need. I've received over a dozen media awards just by following my dream.
I love that. That is. But when you do follow the, I mean, when you take a leap, it does take faith, it does take courage. But the thing is that you always were a teacher. So you're still really teaching, but in a different way.
I love that.
Yeah, that's
Thank
really
you.
the thing. So what are some of your favorite? So you have the Nikki Clark show, but then there's other shows on the network as well. What are some of the other shows?
Yes, there was And the Beat Goes On, which was the flagship show, the Nikki Clarke show. Then I produced some other show called the Food Stop,
People,
and
people
then
love food. Yes, they love food
people love
shows.
food. And then there's also something that I'm working on right now. I'm happy to announce that I am in collaboration with NTA Television College, which is out of Jos, Nigeria.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much. So I'm really excited to be working with outstanding university students who are looking for this practicum. And I actually have a couple of new shows that are going to be produced by these students. So I will give you the list of new shows that are
Oh,
coming
that
out.
is good. That is good. So if someone wanted to get out there and get known, their first stop would to go to the NikkiClarkNetwork.com, and
That's
they have
correct.
to be in studio. Do you do virtual interviews or are they all live?
Absolutely.
You do virtual interviews?
Absolutely. Yes. I've had
Inflation taught us that everything had to be virtual at one point, right? So yeah.
true, true. I've had just this week an interview with someone in Zimbabwe, another one in Australia, and Atlanta, Georgia, just yesterday. So as long as you've got internet and a mic and camera, just like yourself, a wonderful platform, Dr. Pam, I'm happy to hear your
Well,
story.
then that's good. A lot of Ready Set Go Speak members is a membership community I have, and they're ready. We're getting them ready. They get all the other things together. They have to know the right equipment, but they can go and get on your show sharing the story, and you're the interviewer, really the story, helping them tell their story on. And
Yes.
the show is an hour, half an hour. How long is the show?
The show is segmented at half an hour for TV,
Okay.
but online, no limits. But the interviews usually go between 20 to 30-minute segments.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And so the people can go to Nikki Clark Network and they can tell their story. So you have a lot of authors on as well.
Absolutely. We have authors of every genre. We have musical guests. I always love
Of
when they visit me in the Toronto studio, because we've got a really sweet setup with, multiple cameras, a great
Yeah.
stage, and a sound system. But even if they speak with me virtually and we play their music, I think that also, shares the essence of the artistry. We've
Mhm.
had community leaders, nonprofit organizers,
Okay.
the founders of these NGOs come and talk about their mission, how we can support their cause. And I've had children come on the show and talk about their stories. I've had one particular child I'll never forget. She was 9 years old, and she came on talking about how she overcame cancer. and
Wow.
the ways that we could support her and her mission. So it's really a gamut of people who just really are kind. They really believe in pushing humanity forward, like myself. So we've developed this incredible community of change agents, and I love meeting people like that.
That is good. So you have again, it's like a lifestyle show basically.
It's a lifestyle show, yes.
But
Yeah.
I have seen you on the show singing. So are you always on the show singing?
As much as I can, I love to sing. I come from a musical family and sharpened my vocal ability by going to the Royal Conservatory of Music in Montreal, where I grew up, and
Mm-hmm.
classically trained. But you don't want to sing classical pieces when you're
Right,
14
right.
and 15. So I got into R&B and soul. And right now, I actually have a series of acoustic soul sessions that I'm setting up over the next few months in different cities, where I sing anywhere from Etta James to Michael Jackson. So, soul songs from the 50s to the 80s.
I
And
love that. I love
it's
that.
it's been well received. Yes.
Oh my God, that is good. We are talking with Dr. Nikki Clarke. She has a network in Toronto, inviting people. If you have a really good story, you've got to be ready to come on to her show. So I'm going to give a little bit about why that's important when we come back, about why it is that people need to really get out there, get known, come out of themselves, tell their story authentically. And what I love really about you is that you took a leap of faith and you left something that was a quote unquote secure career as a professor to really start this television show. So we're going to talk about why that's important for people to really get out there and get known right after this.
Thank you.
So yeah, so being ready, when the opportunity comes, this is a thing. So when people, have you ever had anyone come on and they weren't ready? Because people always think they're more ready than they are. That's why I created Ready, Set, Go, Speak, to get people ready. But have people ever come on and been like deer in the headlights, like, oh, I don't know, or have you had to cover up for someone who wasn't quite ready for TV?
That's a great question. I've actually been able to coach most of the guests. I take time to make them shine. So part of the organization of getting guests on the show is I write the interview questions with them. So I take the time to do the research. We go through the questions together, and then they have an opportunity to sit with me and go through these questions, because I really want them to look and sound great.
Yeah.
I have had introverts on the show, many of them. I'm also an introvert, and they are like, Nikki, I'm so nervous. Please be easy on me. I said, there is nothing that I'm going to ask you that you don't already know. So just take your time, breathe, focus on just the joy and have fun. By the time they're finished with the interview, they're like, oh, that's it? can we do this again? And I've had them come back on the show like 2, 3, 4 times because they're having a ball. And I've also been so honored to be a part of their shows. The same introverts were shaking like a leaf on the show. They're like, oh, yeah, by the way, Nikki, I have a podcast now. Would you like to be my guest?
Oh my God,
Okay,
that is good.
okay. So I guess this is where I've combined the skills of being a teacher and a mentor and now the founder and being able to see the fruits of labor of my guests now, the students, so to speak, venture out and do their own things beautifully. So proud of
that is so good. I always say God doesn't waste anything. So your background as a teacher really serves you in terms of like, we're going to do the research, we're going to write up the questions, you're going to feel comfortable. And then the interview is basically like the test, but you've studied ahead of time.
We studied ahead of time.
Yeah, they had homework in order for them to do. So I love that. So Nikki, if there is anything else that you'd like to share with our audience about what I know you said that you'll have other shows coming up, but if they go to NikkiClarkeNetwork.com, what will they find there?
Yes, they'll find a myriad of interviews that I've done, over 900.
Wow. Are you serious? Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God. Well, that's why you won all the awards that you have too, because you just recently won an award as well. That's how I found you. I saw that you had just won another award recently. Which one was that?
The most recent one, I believe it was for Enlistic Media. It was, they're very good friends of the show, and I was given an award for Kingdom Business.
Yes. So, yes, that is good. That's one of the ones that I saw. So 900 shows. Oh my God. So they'll go to Nikki Clarke Network and basically they can do an intake form with you or even consult with you in terms of media training and things like that.
Absolutely. So they can watch the interviews. They can fill out a form, send it in to me so that we can set up a time to connect. There is a calendar where they can book a time to see me at their convenience. There's also information about the cooperative experience. I am involved with different schools. I just mentioned the one in Nigeria, which I'm very proud about, but I also work with high school students who are interested in getting, getting the background in broadcasting skills, as well as writing, as well as video editing, graphic design. So I'm able to
teach it again. There you go.
Teach them well. And right now it's about legacy building. I want to be able to create a formula where I can just pass on these skills to some very brilliant students out there, and I'm happy to do that. And I also love to speak. So if anyone wants to hear my story, I can tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's been a beautiful journey, no regrets. Like you said, God does nothing by accident. It's always part of his plan. And I'm also a chaplain. I work with women who just need to be reminded that there's always a second chance. And I help them to integrate them into community organizations that can help them get that second chance.
I love that. That's why you're blessed. So those who have a generous spirit and those that really want to give back, those are the people that are really do well. So you're not just trying to get out there, get known for yourself, but get out there, get known to share the story, plant the seeds, seeing other people come on your show and then getting their own show, and then they turn around and ask you to come on their show. That has to be really, really cool. That has to be really cool.
Yeah, that's the ministry.
I love that. One of the that part right there is one of the main things that I love about doing what we do. Media reaches so many people, so they can come in the studio, especially if they're musical guests. That would be really good. And then also too, they can come on your show as well, virtually as well.
I'm also an author. May I mention that?
Yes, please.
I published this 2 years
love
ago.
That.
Thank you. It's something that I designed with a little help. It's called The Paperclip Princess. It's a children's book about this beautiful 11-year-old named Keisha, who has this talent of making jewelry out of paper clips. and it becomes a business. So it's to encourage children to, use their God-given gift and turn it into an enterprise. So
I
it's
love
good.
that. I love that. Oh my God. It's covered. Show the cover again. Oh,
Oh,
and
you want
that's
the
another
cover?
one.
I'll,
Yeah,
se-
I
I'll
love
send you a copy, Dr. Pam. I'll sign it
I
for you.
love that.
Isn't she
Oh,
happy?
oh my
I-
God. I do love that. I love that. So yes,
That's
so
a-
that's and those are available on Amazon. We can get them on Amazon.
They're available on the Nikki Clarke Network.
Okay.
And then this one is another book that I designed. It's called Black Canadian History Coloring Book, and it's for all ages. You get to know about some of the movers and shakers in Black history, Dr. Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, and also some Canadian heroes that maybe not too many people know about in the United States, but Viola Desmond and many more. So they're available, these two books, on my website.
Oh
so,
my God. I've got to have you in our February issue for Speakers Magazine as well. So that will be good. And I want you to talk about those books as well. Okay. So I'll send you a note so that you can go to Speakers Magazine and really share the message so that people can go to the Nikki Clarke Network and get the books. But that first one looks like the one that is like, I really need that one for my little God baby, right? That's one of the things.
Oh, happy to send one, and I'll sign one for her. So just let me know the name. For sure.
That is good. That is it. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been good. I wanted people to really get the understanding of your story. You're available to speak, sing. You can do readings, obviously, for that as well. To obviously, you're going back to the roots of like preschool children, that kind of thing. So you can go into the classroom and do
there you go.
That as well. So I love that. And then probably I want to have you in Speakers Magazine in the February issue, which is our Black History Month issue. So obviously, that's kind of like the thing here. So thank you so much for joining us today. I really, I'm so glad that I ran across you. I love LinkedIn. Don't you love LinkedIn?
I love LinkedIn. You get to meet some wonderful people. Dr. Pam, it's such a pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, this has been really good. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Nikki, and I will talk with you later. God bless.
God bless you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to the Get Out There and Get Known podcast, brought to you by PamPerryPR.com, where you'll get insider tips on how to build your platform, pitch the media, and promote yourself with confidence. Head over to PamPerryPR.com and get the exclusive video training on the 7 must-have marketing materials you need before you pitch in order to be considered in media places or superstar stages. PamPerryPR.com.